So when you're preparing for an interview, if you know I've got an interview tomorrow or 2 days or 1 week, whatever it is, you need to start preparing yourself. And just so you know, we can tell if you're prepared or not. Yeah? Even the minute you walk in, we can already feel you're prepared or not, if you've done your homework or not. We can really sense it. So typically, regardless of what job or opportunity you're applying for, you need to do some other general research about the organization, the job you're applying for, as well as general interview questions. Okay, this is a standard thing, and trust us, we know, and this is for us to determine. If we know that someone prepared and you can sense it, we really think this person's already a hard worker. If you haven't, we know this person is like the guy who's always, what do you call it, tries X, yeah? Like you just come and just freestyle, okay? But in real life, you don't freestyle at work, okay? You have to prepare. So just generally, in addition to that, for this particular section of that first question, tell us more about it. This is a few things to think about. So one, focus. Now, what are the needs of the employer? Yeah? So usually, in the notice, there'll be like some sort of a job description, right? We're looking for someone to do the following duties, and these are some of the requirements for that. Okay, so that's a really good resource to look at. Okay, some people even go further and say certain projects are happening. Sometimes opportunities that are project based. Yeah, for example, let's say we received a grant for something, and we need someone to be with us for the duration of the grant for 6 months. And so they'll make it very clear it's tied to this project, right? So do the work and just look at what are the needs? Why are they bring this up? And then try and see how do you connect to that position, yeah? And like I said, people who do this usually can prove it, yeah? And here's the thing, I'll tell you, and what I mean by that is that most likely a lot of people can actually do a lot of the jobs that are applied for, so that have been posted for. It's long gone are the days whereby you're applying for for particular jobs like finance and IT, which are very technical. Yes, certain things are must-have. But typically, for entry level, I think most of you seem to be entry level, it's not always about a certain technical skill or a certain technical degree. It's about you proving your willingness and eagerness and ability to do it. So when you look at the job description, think about what past experiences do I have that's similar to this? Or what am I good at that I can connect to that role? Okay? So this makes it key and focus. Yeah? The idea is, the opposite of this is being generic and vague. Okay? As in, you state what you're good at that's very vague. For example, I'm easy to get along with. Yeah? Saying you're easy to get along with, I'm wondering, does that mean that people can work with him? Or that he's really good to have during work social hours, So for example, like now, instead of saying easy to get along with, you can say I'm a team player. I enjoy collaborating with other people and so on. You see, that's very clear. Is that clear? Is that helpful? Yeah. So you want to be focused in terms of be specific. Don't be generic. Yeah. Even hard worker. It means it's. What do you mean by that? Okay. So example like now would be I'm willing to work long hours, or so on. Yeah. So be focused and specific. Now script. This is a simple fact. Preparedness be a differentiator. And one of the best things to do, and I do it I did it when I was applying, is to actually write a script and literally just write down everything you're going to say. Now, what I'm going to write. So this is where research is important. A lot of organizations, you can find them online, and you can kind of have a sense of the culture of who they are. I think one of the best things to look at the job posting, look at the people, look at the pictures. Yeah, some banks you see everyone's in a suit, and it was hired a photographer and so on. A lot of SGBs you find is just a normal picture. Someone could be in a tree, someone could be in the lakeside. Yeah, you should look it out. So this gives a bit of a hint of the culture of how maybe they're relaxed and so on, right? So look for these things, yeah, and it'll give you a hint about the culture and so on. Another thing is the requirements. Now I said stated as well as non-stated. For example, with your tutor on this is maybe operations intern. So they might state specifically we need someone around bookkeeping and so on. But if you are that person who wants to go the extra mile, remember going the extra mile, yeah? If you want that person to be that extra mile, just Google operations intern JDs, yeah, or if it's accountant, I don't know, accountant assistant. What typically do they do? Yeah, like so basically the ones that are stated clearly, as well as you can research about what typically would they do. Okay. Now once you have that information, look at your experiences. Now, for those who are still in school or just recently graduated thinking, but I have no work experience. Well, it depends really on you. Yeah? It's about your ability to frame things. Most of you in universities, you've done some sort of group work, correct? Yeah? You had to do some group assignment, right? You've had some sort of team interaction work. Yeah? Some of you have volunteered in clubs. Some of you maybe you used to do voluntary work around a program. Some of you do work at church. Maybe some of you are the sound IT guy. Maybe some of you is the person who organizes the program for, I don't know, the next 3 months. These are skills and experiences that you have, okay? Now, like I said, I mean, one example, just to refresh, there's one person who applied for an operations internship position, and you could feel he had potential, but he was never really communicating it. He had very little experience, and the only thing he came up with was the certificates. So we decided to be patient, and we asked this problem a bit. And next thing we found out, he actually manages his family's farm, which has 30 employees. That's big. That's a big role. If you can manage it, he's managing their payments, so they do pay. I think they pay them every week. He's managing supplies, fertilizers, different things. That's a manager role, yeah. So, but it took so much because the thing is, I think, because he kept coming every time. So we thought, okay, let's just give a bit more chance, and we really had to dig deep to get this. Okay, so yes, your academic qualifications are important, but we're looking for practical work experiences, right? Have you worked in a team before? Do you know what it is to make a timeline, make a budget? Are you able to manage resources around somewhere to achieve a goal? Is this clear? Yeah? So don't be always fearful, oh, but Peter, I'm just a student, I have no experiences. Most likely you do, yeah? And it's really up for you to really think and reflect what you have that you can connect to, right? So look at experiences, expertise, knowledge, exposure that you have, and connect that to the requirements, okay? Lastly, practice, yeah? You don't be that person who's trying to recite his script, yeah? Because we can tell, then you start forgetting, oh my God, hold on, can I read it out to you? I'm prepared for this question. This is not authentic. Maybe someone wrote that for you, right? So you have to practice. You have to practice. And it's only a practice because at the end of the day, this is your story, and it's you, and it's probably authentic. And it needs to sound authentic. It needs to feel, most importantly, it has to feel that you're not reading from something someone you went and hired a consultant and he just wrote it for you. It has to feel like it's coming from you, okay? And you don't just sound scripted. Even though I'm thinking, but Peter, we wrote a script. So the reason why we're doing this is because it's a tool to help you, right? Being prepared, yeah? A lot of people have templates and guides in terms of different work. And this is something that if you can do right, I mean, of course, you don't have to recite every single thing like you're reciting a famous, movie star, reciting a role in a drama play. But if you can have the gist of it coming out, then it'll make a big difference from not doing it at all. Is this clear? Yeah. Are we clear on the steps? Yes. So very straightforward. Focus, script, based on research, right? Connect your experiences, expertise, knowledge with the requirements, both stated and non-stated, and practice. Is this clear? I think it's straightforward, right?